so this is me. I am working on my branding actively right now. So if anybody has any cool ideas, please help. Okay, so this is how it starts, folks. That is a big, sexy avocado right there. So that's how it starts. That's how it ends. That's actually a storm that happened about 10 days ago out in the Tyler Longview area that I've been working on. And so a lot of people ask how to prepare. It's not that. It's really actually the two things that are the best things you could do is get with your insurance agent. I'm glad you're sitting up front today. Get with your insurance agent and make sure that your policies are actually covering the things that you think they are. And don't just trust your agent to tell you. Actually look over them yourself, because it's your responsibility to know what your coverages are. Also, download the POW app, because if you want to see stuff like the avocado before it happens, the POW app is phenomenal. If you just jump on once a week, you'll have a pretty good idea what's going on. Okay, so Paintless Dent Repair, we're massaging the dents out from the inside. It's pretty cool, because I'm around it all the time. I don't do any of this myself. Each of these guys in these photos are technicians that I use. They've all been doing it for 10 plus years. Some of these guys have been doing it since I was about this tall. And as you can see, it's a very involved process. I mean, you think to get to the roof on that car, you got to drop the whole headliner in order to do that. Sometimes you have to remove the door trims as well as the floor trims to get to the door trims. So some people are shocked when, hey, it's $10,000 to push these little dents out of my car. There's a lot of effort that goes into this. It is the best option for repair, because if you can massage the dents out of your existing panels without having to do Bondo and try to color match 6-year-old paint on your car, the results are going to turn out a lot better. Okay, so this is the type of stuff that insurance is looking at when they're figuring out, okay, how much are we going to raise your rates this next quarter? Right? And so there's a lot of hail happens everywhere. We're not in the worst place, but over the Metroplex we do have some heating situations where it does become an issue. So what do? I am a broker in the industry, as I alluded to in my 30 seconds. I work as a consultant. So what do you do when you're hit with hail and you're figuring out, okay, where am I going to take my car to do the repairs? Are you going to go with some door-knocking salesperson, one of the 6,000 that's going through your neighborhood, and they're all saying, oh, our facility is the best. We're the best. Just come with us. Or do you go with Google review? You get on Google, you look through, and this shop has 5-star reviews. You don't know if 6 months ago, the talent that got them those reviews maybe left to a competitor, right? So how do you know? Do you go with the claims department, the 1-800 number, right? You call them and they're going to shuffle you to a big box store like a Caliber Collision Service King. Those guys, what they do during a storm season, they'll hire somebody off the street, pay them 40% of the national average, and you're going to expect them to do just as good a job as a hail specialty shop. So, plus they're going to charge you your deductibles, and all that damage is going to show up on your vehicle history report. So when you go to sell that 3 years down the line, your Carfax is going to show $8,000 in hail damage, and that's going to decrease your resale value. These are a couple of cars that I fixed over the last year. This one was a deer claim plus hail damage. Total was probably $15,000 cumulatively. You can see even up close, some of these things you don't notice until you really get down and look, but you can see how extensive it can be. This was actually a fun one. This was the announcer for the Dallas Stars, his Lexus. We actually did a cash job on that one. Got him a good deal because he wasn't going through insurance. Wrong slide. Okay, so, wrong presentation. So most of you know I'm from the woods of Alaska, and we love Texas. We've been here for a little over 2 years now, and it's Texas is big, but Alaska is 2.5 times the size. And I think less than 0.02% of the state is inhabited. Our big city of Anchorage is 700,000. And people ask, why do you leave? Well, that's why. This was a photo from about 2 weeks ago, and anyway, we do love getting up there, getting our snow fixed for a couple weeks around the holidays. But I mean, that's peak daylight in my small city of maybe 25,000 in the month of December. So the sun kind of comes up, skirts the horizon, and that's it. So I am born and raised true Alaskan. My dad actually was a founding Iditarod musher back in the 70s. So That's pretty cool. I just realized I don't have any photos of my mom on here, so she's pretty cool too. But my dad has written a couple books. He's an author with books on the history of Alaska, the gold rush, the Iditarod. And he also produced a major motion picture. The guy in that photo there is my grandfather. He actually shot Class 4 whitewater rapids on a wooden raft with his Great Pyrenees there. It was actually produced by the same people who did The Godfather, and at the time, it was the most widely seen Alaskan-based film globally. This is, I met my wife on my 18th birthday. That was my first season working the Alaska Railroad. Met her, we were just little kids. This is before smartphones had good cameras. And she did not pop out of a birthday cake. So she was just introduced me through some friends, but she'd been in 3 national aviation magazines, had her float plane rating, multi-engine rating, beauty pageants, so obviously I married up. This is one of my favorite photos. This was between our wedding venue and our reception, and was actually on Starbucks' Facebook page. And we've got the best kids. August is 5, Viviana is 2, and here's our little puppy Adamus, and we just love to have fun. The kids get along great, and here's our little Easter egg. You might recognize baby catcher Elizabeth over here with our number 3 who's cooking. We just found out this week it's going to be another boy, and so I did my part, wife does the rest, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So Vivi's going to need to learn how to wrestle with 2 brothers. Okay, that's pretty much it. So what I'm really looking for, and connections that work well for me, insurance agents, obviously, because when they got 30 people calling them and saying, hey, I need help, what do I do? Even if they know what to do, they don't have the capacity to give one-on-one advice, and they can't just suggest a shop down the street, because if that shop doesn't do a good job, they're on the hook for that, right? So I help make the insurance agent look good to their clients. I work with nonprofits and do fundraising opportunities there. So you think about a school district. If there's 30 teachers who have damaged cars, I can show up, bring coffee, donuts, go out to the parking lot with them on their breaks, work with them, and we can donate money back to their classrooms for supplies with each of those transactions. So it's pretty cool, built-in fundraising opportunity. HOAs, Facebook mom groups are awesome because you never know where hell's gonna hit. Any of those are phenomenal for whether now or in the future. I even have access to inflatable tunnels I can bring out for group events where we pull the vehicles through. You can see all the dents very plainly, and it just makes it a very simple process. So that's me. I don't really care so much about the feedback form, but if you guys would take 5 minutes and really think about who you know in some of those areas, that's where I could really use the help. Thank you.